I need to comment about the Gail kills Bob hoax, which Zach Knight has orchestrated at his website, Crazy Gail. That is a hoax. I really think he's doing this to create the impression that my men and Rule 13, the ones that I communicate with on Skype, are trolls, and that I do not author my own writings. He's probably doing this because I'm right now in the process of writing a novel which is going to devastate the Jesuit order when it comes out. And Jesus Christ has told me that it's going to be a masterpiece, what I'm working on right now. And because he's worried about this book that I'm writing, he's going all out to discredit me. Zach Knight knows that the intelligent viewer that goes to crazygail.com and examines that page called Gail Kills Bob, he knows that they will figure out that it's a hoax. However, he's counting on about half the population who don't think for themselves and who are easily manipulated by the mass media and internet propaganda techniques he wants to create an impression. Jesuits are good at this. They create impressions. For instance, Laurie McBride is not Brent Spiner's wife. I believe that she is married to a Brent Spiner clone, and she has produced a marriage certificate signed by a Brent Spiner clone, and she's using that as the basis to say that she's his wife. But if you ask the real Brent Spiner if Laurie McBride is his wife, he would tell you, no way would I want to marry her. The woman who drug raped me and who threatened to kill me over and over. The only way she maintained a relationship was by threatening to kill me if he would not play her game. So what I'm trying to say is Jesuits create impressions. For instance, if you do a web search on pictures under Brent Spiner's son, guess what pictures come up? Pictures of Brent holding the hand of Gates McFadden's son between them, or pictures of other people's sons next to Brent. That's not his son. Brent won't let his son be photographed because his son wants to be private. So, it's just, they do this on purpose to create the impression that that's a photograph of Brent with the son that he had with Laurie McBride. And Jesuits just assume people aren't going to do their homework to find out whose son that is. And unfortunately, they're kind of right. So they're using the same technique right now to create the impression that I'm a murderer and that I'm this crazy wacko who holds grudges against people and, would do something like kill my landlord because he didn't fix my air conditioning unit. So what they're doing is, even though they know to the intelligent viewer who keeps up with me and watches my videos that the tub is white and my tub is peach colored, that tub has a ledge in it. My tub does not. That tub's spigot is on the right-hand side. My spigot's on the left-hand side. So even the tiling in the background looks different from the tiling in my bathroom. So to an intelligent viewer, it's obvious that that's not my bathroom and that I didn't murder Bob. And also, the kitchen sink where there's blood all over the place even looks different. That sink has 2 sinks in it. I only have 1 sink in my kitchen. You may say, why would Zach do this? This would discredit him. Only a blockhead would be dumb enough to look at those pictures and think that you murdered Bob. That's exactly what Zach wants. He wants you to realize that, well, let's just put it this way. He's hoping that half the population won't do their homework and they'll just go by impressions and just like kind of like the trick he does with the Brent Spiner son gimmick and all this, that they're going to use that as a, just go with the impressions. Oh, wow, all these pictures of blood. Gail must be a murderer, But there's another reason he's doing this. He's trying to create the impression that my men are trolls and that they are the authors of Crazy Gail Wiki. And he thinks he can get away with this because I've been communicating with Rule 13, who Jesus said is my friend. Now, she used to be my enemy before we dealt with the Gail android, but she had a change of heart after we dealt with the Gail android, because when the Gail android killed her and I saw her body floating in space, I was genuinely sorry. And Rule 13 found out about that, and she's just best friends with me for life now. And I'm finding out she's pretty cool. She feels really bad that she made fun of my fake eyelashes. I didn't have time to put them on today. But I want you to pray for Rule 13. I'm worried that that blood in that tub, on that, might be Rule 13's blood. You see, Zach has been trying to kill Rule 13 for the past couple of months because she is genuinely my friend. And I am the #1 enemy of the Jesuit order to them. I mean, they're obsessed with me. So, because Rule 13 is genuinely my friend and has genuinely gone out and executed like people, Jesuits who were putting pollen in my air, the Jesuits, I think, especially Zach Knight, I think he wants her dead. I think that may be Rule 13's blood in that tub. I don't know. It's obvious that Zach Knight even admits this is a hoax. At the bottom of the Gail Kills Bob page, he writes, and Rule 13 wins a Nobel in impersonation for creating fake emails about Gail and her men at the Crazy Gail website that they obtained through, Gail's Skype with Terrance and Gail. I thought, oh my goodness, Rule 13 must be in trouble. People, you pray for Rule 13, okay? I'm just telling you, Zach knows that an intelligent viewer is going to figure out that that's a hoax. He's trying to create the impression that my men are trolls. I don't know what's going on. I haven't heard from my men. They're so quiet. Usually when they're quiet like this, somebody is about to die, and they're struggling every minute to try to keep them alive. I suspect it may be Rule 13. Maybe that was her blood in the tub. I don't know, people. Just pray and ask Jesus to give me wisdom, and pray that God's will be done and that justice will prevail, that Rule 13 will be okay. Jesus told me that me and Rule 13 are best friends forever. Jesus says it, then I have faith in Rule 13. I do not believe that Rule 13 is behind the Gail Kills Bob page. I believe that's all Zach Knight. And Zach Knight should be arrested. Even though maybe that's not out and out defamation, he's creating a defamatory impression. And that website needs to go down, folks. Okay? And my men are not the authors of that website. Another thing Zach has been doing, and I don't get why I'm not sure why he's doing this, but it appears he's made a copy of my website. And he's a computer genius. And he's trying to create the impression that my men have done this. And when you look now at my website through Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox on Windows 7, you're going to see the text is highlighted and it's linked to an ad. I pride myself in never putting ads at my website or at my YouTube channel. I never do. So that's Zach Knight. But yet it's fine on Google Chrome and on Windows Vista, my website. So at first I tried to go in and fix and redo the page, and when I published it from my Intuit Site Builder website building program, it didn't make any difference. The version online was the Zach Knight version. He's apparently guilty of copyright infringement. Man, I want you to go after Zach Knight for copyright infringement. He's apparently made a copy of my website and he's published it. And he's trying to create the impression that my men or Rule 13 have done this. And I know they didn't do this. It's Zach Knight. Okay? And he's also trying to create the impression that I am not the author to my own website. I guess he's going to say, well, you stole it from me because... Yeah, but it's funny how I never ever put ads in the website that I stole from you until the past 2 days, Zach Knight. Have I suddenly changed my personality and now I'm putting ads up when before I never did? It's pretty obvious that the version of my website that's going up right now with all these ads is not something that I have authored. It's something that Zach, what I mean is I've authored the website, but he's made a copy. I'm saying that those links is something I have not done. I have authored my own website, and I say this under lie detection. I am the author to my own website. Nobody helps me write anything, but he's trying to create the impression that I'm not the author. You know why he's trying to do that? Because he's worried about the book I'm writing. I'm writing a book that's going to expose the dirty butts of these Jesuits and show what a bunch of crazy, fanatical murderers they are. And he's worried about this. The book that I'm working on right now, I've been working on it, and it is going to be a masterpiece, man. It's a nonfiction novel that shows how my men came into my life, how the Jesuits interfered with all of them, and how they murdered and used drug rape and all sorts of things. I'm exposing, man, it's like when you read my novel, it's going to be like opening a door and all the Jesuit skeletons falling out. That's why Zach Knight is so nervous, and he's trying to discredit me. Okay? Pray for my men. Somebody suggested that I have a search for missing persons. This video is my message to Barack Obama to make sure my men are okay, okay? Because I don't know what's going on with them. They're giving me the silent treatment. So just pray for my men and pray for Rule 13. I'm hoping that wasn't Rule 13's blood in that tub.